Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, Dan Wu joins us. He's with Sierra Nevada Job Corps. It's a fascinating program here for the whole show on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
It's the $100,000 Cash is King Progressive giveaways at Carson Valley Inn. Giveaways every Saturday with a Progressive up to $20K and $15,000 in guaranteed grand prize giveaways. There's another 100,000 reasons to play and win at the Carson Valley Inn.
Remember 2010 in Northern Nevada? 13 to 14% unemployment, thousands of homes in foreclosure, Nevada's casinos closing. Families in the Reno-Sparks area were hurting. Many were losing everything. Then Story County launched a game changer for our region, a public-private industrial partnership, streamlined permitting, slashed bureaucracy, attracting Fortune 500 companies that made Nevada their home. Story County generated a river of cash to area communities. Economic studies by the state and others for the Gigafactory consistently show positive economic benefits for our region. $4 billion in local wages, $17 billion in consumer spending and economic activity, over $100 million in taxes to Washoe, Story, Reno, Sparks, and Nevada, just for the Gigafactory alone. Story County, improving Northern Nevada one industry at a time.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
It's a good time to eat. It's a good time to play.
It's a good time to win.
Ooh, your good times a Tamarack.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're delighted to welcome to the program for the first time Dan Wu. He is with Admissions Services at Sierra Nevada Job Corps. Pleasure to have you here, sir.
Thank you, Sam. Pleasure to be here today.
And a little background. I've heard of Sierra Nevada Job Corps over the years, but associated with its reputation from probably 30 years ago. Didn't really know what it was doing. Tom Revilio, formerly of Western Nevada Supply, one of the great guys of Northern Nevada, took me out to a luncheon there and then took me on a tour of your facility. It's amazing. So let's start out with, what is Sierra Nevada Job Corps?
So Sierra Nevada Job Corps is a vocational training program for young adults from the ages of 16 to 24, where they can get a variety of training from carpentry to welding, automotive, plastering, cement, culinary arts, office administration, pharmacy tech. We offer close to about 14 trades close on campus. Besides that, we also offer opportunities for students to get their high schools and their high sets, driver's licenses, and free training and certifications. So that's kind of a summary of Job Corps in a nutshell.
All right, so right now the campus has about 350 students attending, but it's actually large enough to hold 500 students.
Correct.
So it's a huge facility. It's out there near the Stead Airport for people who are trying to figure out where it is. It's a statewide program that's run by the federal government, but the majority of your students are actually from Las Vegas, correct?
Yeah, we draw probably, I want to say about maybe 75% of our students from the Las Vegas area, but we do have students that are currently from Reno, Nevada, Sparks, in different areas, even some of the rural areas out here in Northern Nevada and the middle of Nevada too.
Okay, so this is a statewide program, so there are people in Southern Nevada and Central Nevada that are hearing the program, as well as folks in the Reno-Sparks area. As the other side of my life, as most of my audience knows, is an advertising agency, and I have a lot of clients who are in construction trades of one kind or another, and they have all been desperate for employees. And suddenly, and the way to get them was, pretty much impossible. It was just how much money can you pay? And the number kept going up and up and up. And then suddenly I discover a week or so ago that you have this huge campus with nothing but potential employees. So that's why I wanted you to come on here to talk about, so for example, with some of the trade, one of the things that stunned me was you're training people to work in pharmacies. That's amazing.
Correct. And we're the only accredited pharmacy tech program in Northern Nevada. So, and the beauty of our pharmacy tech program is that the students that come through the program, the employers are getting a trained employee coming out of the program. They get their certifications. Job Corps pays for their certifications. Train them in the skill sets. It's hands-on training. So directly from when they leave Job Corps, they're ready to rock and roll. They're ready out there. They're employable and they're trainable and everything like that too.
Well, you know, when Save Mart in Northern Nevada ended all their pharmacies, I know that CVS and other pharmacies in town were just overwhelmed with business because this major grocery chain had shut down their departments. I don't know if they were aware that Job Corps was doing this, but I mean, it just seems like that would be a fantastic place for them to be able to go and get, as you say, fully trained people. Going through some of the workshops, welding, I mean, this is a serious business, and you've got a great training program for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the welding program is probably one of more popular trades on the program because a lot of the high schools have gotten rid of the hard trades, unfortunately. And there's still a high demand for hard trades. And so we're one of the accreditations where you can get your certifications in welding. Then if a student wants to go to advanced training for underwater welding, they're able to do that. Or they want to get further training in a welding program at Truckee Meadows or at another Job Corps program, we're going to offer that for free.
All right, and that's another part. You know, it was kind of mind-blowing, to be honest with you, and I'm so glad Tom took me out there because the federal government pays for all this. So whether it's housing, food, transportation, if you're living off campus, you get money to be able to get to Job Corps. It seems like everything is provided for you if you're willing to do the program.
Yes, everything's provided for, and also they get free medical, dental, eye, and vision while they're in the program. They get free housing, they get free meals, the certifications. If they need a driver's license, we also pay for that when they're 18, and we take them out on the road to get the training and the driving and stuff like that too. Everything is paid for. Room and board is paid for entirely, and also they get free recreation trips too. So the center offers free trips we've taken students to Great America, to Six Flags, and every recreational activity that you can think of, we've probably participated in Reno, Nevada and stuff like that too.
Okay, so now where do you draw on for the base of your students? Who do you promote to get them to be involved?
So typically we draw a lot of students from high schools, so we try to get a good rapport with the counselors or the truancy officers or the engagement specialists. But often too, we also get a lot of draw from just the internet. So we have a website that students get access to and put in an application, and the admissions counselors will contact them, then set them up with their orientation or tour and everything.
Okay, so now are these students disadvantaged in some way
No.
to need this program, or how does that work?
No.
Because people, you know, really have the wrong idea about what this program is all about just because of things that were talked about 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah. So you know, so ideally, Job Corps, we draw students that are maybe credit deficient. We have students that maybe graduate from high school that, I don't know if I want to go to college, I don't know if I want to go to the military, I don't know if I want to get a job or if I want to get training. Job Corps is going to offer that too. Or we have students that I really want to get out of Reno, Nevada. I want to go to become a mechanic, but I can't afford to do that. Job Corps is going to offer that avenue for students to get advanced training programs or certifications that they may not have or that they cannot afford and everything.
Okay, and there's Job Corps all across the country.
Yeah, there's a Job Corps every state. There's even a Job Corps in Hawaii and in Puerto Rico.
So it's really an amazing lineup here. You know, one of the things that some of the building trades have tried to promote in Northern Nevada at least, but I'm sure in Southern Nevada as well, is that not everybody has to go to college. That, you know, you can earn a very good living working in some of these trades, and a lot of these trades are now computer driven. It's not just, you know, going out there and hammering a nail, but, you know, a lot of computer technology is involved. And you guys are supplying that.
Correct. And I would say one of our perfect trades is our cement masons trade. So the instructor teaches the students how to do estimates out there, which is never seen before that I've heard of. Then also we have a virtual float machine. It's like playing a video game, and that's like reality out there where you're actually working out on the freeways or on a road and doing the float and hawk and chow and everything that too. So it's all virtual and computer generated because, as you know, technology's kind of changed the game of everything. And so Job Corps kind of offers that, and we're up to date on majority of the avenues that we have out there.
What are the rules and regulations that are in place that somebody does have to follow if they want to be a part of this and live on campus?
Yeah, so there is a dress code. The uniforms are provided for us. So there's a uniform for academics and for the trade, depending on the trade that you go into. So if you're in a nursing trade or a medical trade, you get scrubs. It's all paid for. There's obviously dress rules that we do follow on campus. The big one is that Job Corps is a federally funded program, so there's no marijuana allowed on campus or anything like that. No drugs and no alcohol and no bullying. And you do have to be employable. You have to come up and be on time for school and follow the rules that we do have in place and stuff like that. But
and you have a nursing program. That's got to be huge too.
Yeah. Our nursing,
I mean, I can't think of almost any profession that's needed more in this state than nursing.
Oh yeah. Nursing's huge. And the benefit about our nursing program is that the certifications are paid for, but there's 3 areas that they go into. So they do a home health care clinic portion of it. That's the first segment. The second segment is they do their clinical rotations, and then after that they write their state board. But it's hands-on. It's very, very hands-on. The facility is driven for students to learn hands-on. Then they go into the care facility or into a nursing program. Or if they wanted to, they go to TMCC to get their nursing degrees. Or the other option is to do advanced training in New York for their LPN. So there's a lot of options, like you said. Not everybody wants to go to college, or they may miss out on the opportunity to go to college after they graduate high school. But at Job Corps, it's like, hey, we have the opportunity for you to go to a different trade, to a different program, and it's all free.
All right, so well, let's take a break. We'll come back, and I want to ask you from an employer's perspective about this. We'll be right back.
Pro Group Management offers workers' comp services to a growing number of industries. As businesses grow and change with the times, the need for a solid workers' comp program must be flexible and up to date. The evolving nature of regulations can make staying ahead of complex tasks challenging. But Pro Group Management simplifies the work so your industry can move forward and succeed. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Early in the morning or throughout the night, professional truck drivers are on the job, serving you, safely moving freight that's crucial to our economy. From the oldest industries to our newest innovators, from the exotic to the everyday, trucks are everywhere, moving everything. Never afraid to embrace a future that makes Nevada and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Dan Wu. He is with Admissions Services for Sierra Nevada Job Corps, a most amazing organization that I didn't know anything about in reality until about a week ago. One of the things that I was curious was, if you're an employer, what's the procedure to see if there are employees or potential employees available at Job Corps for you to be able to tap into?
So we're always looking for connections within the community, and we're always looking for potential employers. So there's 2 ways of going about that. We do have a work-based learning program that students actually can go out to the job site or into the program, in a nursing program or in a construction-based program, and they get the hands-on program for a few weeks just to see if they like it and see if it's a good fit. Or when the students are exiting out of the program, we have 3 career transition specialists, and they work with employers to actually find students employment. And so if they're ever looking for employers, they want to just reach out to our CTS department, and we'll get them in touch with the correct students and everything.
It's really amazing. You know, I've talked to 5 different clients this past week, and because they were all saying to me, well, we could do so much more business if we had the employees. And I'm like, well, have you ever heard of Sierra Nevada Job Corps? So, I mean, it's really a phenomenal program. What are you guys doing? Because I'm sure you would love to get up to that 500 student level. What are you doing to be able to get more kids, beyond doing shows like this, to attract them?
So we're trying to get out there right now. It's the season where students are coming back to high school, so we try to attend the career fairs and any community service events that are on the weekends, and during the midweek we try to attend those out there too. But a lot of it's just, you know, I've come to find out that recruiting for Job Corps is word of mouth. So I'll have a family will come in, they'll have a brother, then, well, my brother and my sister, they're not doing nothing right now, or, you know, wait, I have a nephew that's not working. He's interested in Job Corps. So after now, I'll probably receive maybe 5, 6 off of one student that recruited off of that one student. So it's pretty amazing to talk to people, just get the word out there. So, but like I said, right now we have connections within the high schools and, you know, different organizations, but that's the big platform for us to recruit. You know, over the last few years, and certainly because of COVID, we saw a lot of people dropping out of the workforce for one reason or another. And, you know, people are always talking about now that, you know, we could use more employees, but we can't find the people to come to work. What are you finding in terms of people, do they want to get back into the workforce? So I think the impact of COVID, it really affected everybody. You know, the challenge was mental and just getting back into the workforce, because we were all for, what, a year and a half, almost 2. And so I've kind of found out that students now are more eager, because in the schools they've kind of fallen behind, or they're not receiving the training. And a lot of students that come to our program, or even adults that come through, they want hands-on experience, and they're not offering that. And so they want that reality where they can, hey, well, I really missed out on going to college, or I missed out on getting my certifications, or I didn't have an avenue getting to that. So I'm discovering a lot of people are coming back to the workforce through Job Corps to get training, so they want more training. All right, let's take another break, and we'll be right back on this fascinating topic after this.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com. Big R in Sparks is located on Bering Boulevard next to Smith's and across from Reed High School for workwear and everyday wear, evaporative coolers, outdoor living, Weber's, Traeger's, and Lodge. Fill your propane tanks here. Big R on Bering Boulevard in Sparks next to Smith's and across from Reed High School. Big R. Hardware, clothing, and a whole lot more.
Retail's impact on Nevada's economy? Enormous. 8,600 businesses, large and small, employing 145,000 workers. And last fiscal year, retail paid tax on nearly $60 billion in sales. We're the Retail Association of Nevada. We support retail, we help it grow, and we mean business.
RANNV.org. It's the $100,000 Cash is King Progressive giveaways at Carson Valley Inn. Giveaways every Saturday with a Progressive up to $20K and $15,000 in guaranteed grand prize giveaways. There's another 100,000 reasons to play and win at the Carson Valley Inn.
Everyone is talking about opioids, but they're not the only drugs that can be harmful if taken in large quantities or not as prescribed. You also need to be aware of side effects from anxiety drugs, muscle relaxants, sleep aids, and stimulants. Mixing prescription drugs with other drugs or alcohol can be dangerous. If you take an Ambien with a glass of wine, it may be enough to stop you from breathing. Prescribed drugs can be just as dangerous as illegal drugs. Take medications only as directed.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Dan Wu. He runs admission services for Sierra Nevada Job Corps. One of the things that I noticed with a lot of the trades that were represented at Sierra Nevada Job Corps were the number of unions there. And they obviously are very supportive of what you guys are doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So majority of our trades, especially the construction-based trades, are a union trade. And so they are very representative. And the benefit about our program too, that the union trades, they actually send their instructors to train our students that come to the program. So it's not somebody that doesn't have the certifications or the qualifications to actually train students or teach students. They have to be sent from that specific union in order to be out at Job Corps to work with students.
Yeah, I mean, because there was one class I stepped in on that was all about concrete. That's a serious profession.
Oh, yeah. And so on the other side, it's plastering, and actually our plastering and carpentry instructors actually graduate from this Job Corps program.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and they decided they wanted to come back and pay it back to the students. So that's amazing to see that. So, and often or not, you'll see a lot of the past graduates come back to Job Corps and be instructors or work in that program because they believe strongly in it.
That was another thing that impressed me was how many of the people that I've met that have been with Job Corps for years. It's not like you come in for a couple of years and then just blow it off. It's something that it's not about the money. It's about the career.
Yeah, I think you go out there and one of my colleagues that he's passed away, but Jim Balo. The first thing I remember when he came out when I started at Job Corps is like, you're out here for the students. Bottom line, you're out here for the students, and if you take care of the students, you'll have a good, thriving career here. And I've been there for years, and a lot of people stay there because they believe in the program or they want to work with students.
Right now, what is the number one need that the community is coming to you and saying, we need employees in this area?
I think it's everywhere. It's construction, it's medical. I think it's everywhere. It's not one specific trade that you can really target, but I think there's a demand in everywhere. The medical, there's a lot of need for like pharmacy techs. There's a high demand for CNAs out there.
What's a CNA?
Certified Nursing Assistant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then there's also a high demand for cement masons, carpenters, electricians. I think it's a high demand for every trade out there that we do offer, and that's the beauty of Job Corps, that we offer those trades. So, even mechanics too.
It's funny. I think that anybody who's trying to get any construction done, for example, at their house, will have to absolutely agree with you, because whoever you call, if you're lucky enough to get a call back, the time period is going to be, well, we might be able to get you by November.
Yeah, they're pushed back so far because even smaller, mom and pop shops, they're in need of help too, and they're struggling to find help out there too, because the boom of Nevada, the growth is increasing, but we don't have the employees to be out there to be working, so it's tough. But so I say a lot of the trades, like I think Job Corps offers employees for all the trades that you need out there and everything.
Well, the other thing that impressed me was that you're also doing, clerical.
Yes.
So that, because that's also a very important need, especially with computer skills.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And our Office Admin program teaches you how to do Excel, Microsoft Office, spreadsheets, writing papers, documents, time cards, but technology-based too, because everything nowadays is either on your phone, on a computer, or you have to be able to write papers or deal with the customers too. And so that's the one trade that I tell a lot of students, if they do come into the program, is to really look at that trade, because you're basically guaranteed a job after you graduate that trade, because it teaches you everything that you need to know to run a business or get into a business or work for somebody.
What's the biggest difference between Sierra Nevada Job Corps and, for example, the community colleges?
So I say the biggest thing is the hands-on that we offer, whereas a community college, there is hands-on training. They do offer the trades and stuff like that. But the biggest thing is that if you go to community college, unless you have a grant or a scholarship or you pay out of pocket, you're paying to go to that institution, to that college, whereas Job Corps, you're paying nothing at all. Nothing at all. Everything is entirely free.
And which department of the federal government is responsible for Job Corps?
We're under the umbrella of the Department of Labor.
Department of Labor,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because one might have thought it would be Department of Commerce.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess Department of Labor makes sense. Now, are people able to transfer if they qualify out of Sierra Nevada Job Corps to go on to community colleges and to go on to universities from the programs that you're initiating?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are partnered with Shad. So Job Corps has created a lot of partnerships, especially Sierra Nevada. We have a partnership with Truckee Meadows Community College. So students that graduate the program here, as long as they finish their trade and they're in good standing with the program, they're able to go to TMCC for 2 years to get their associates.
And that's paid for by
Job
Corps?
Wow. Yeah. Or if they wanted to go to get an advanced training degree, so the perfect example is the automotive program. So if students come to our automotive program, they're going to learn how to do lube, oil, filter, diagnostics, tire, brake, the minor things about the automobile. But when they graduate, they do have the option to go to Toyota in Utah and get their Toyota certification for free. And we pay for the travel there too.
It's amazing. You know, it seems like the one thing that nationally Job Corps has not done is invest in marketing to tell more people about what you're doing, because you know you've got 150 empty slots there that kids who could use this training don't know that that's available.
Right. I think there's a marketing thing out there that is out there. But again, you know, you're recruiting for Job Corps. You know, in the past you've heard different things about the Job Corps program. But you know, entirely, it's one of the best kept secrets, because we offer housing, we offer food, we offer free training, we offer free education out there, and for parents, they're out of pocket nothing. So you can't really beat it.
No, you can't. And the enthusiasm, you are an example of that enthusiasm. But from all the instructors that I came across when I came out, they all had the same attitude, which was, let's get it done. You know, so. Well, thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam, for having me.
And thanks to Tom Revilio, formerly of Western Nevada Supply, for taking me out. I'll do whatever I can to support you guys, because I think it's a fantastic program.
Thank you, Sam. You're amazing. Appreciate you.
Well, thank you. And we'll be right back.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
7 at 7 is a newscast built for your smartphone. It's a 7-minute newscast available every weekday at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. at lvrj.com. We don't waste your time, and we give you the day's top stories.
We at the RJ have noticed some similarities between us and a certain BTS character, RJ.
Plus the latest in Las Vegas business, weather, health, and entertainment news. 7 at 7 streaming now on your smartphone.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Modern boutique Ahern Hotel and Event Center sits at the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. 2 floors of meeting and event space are ideal for groups and conventions. Stay in one of 200 luxurious rooms and suites. Brand your event throughout the property. Flexible event spaces make for easy planning and personalization. Take over the entire hotel with a full buyout option.
Thanks for watching Nevada Newsmakers. You can catch us online 24 hours a day at nevadanewsmakers.com, or you can download the podcast wherever you like to get your podcast. We'll see you on the next broadcast.